What's good, y'all? It's your boy Sean Peter Bluff guy. Hey, sorry about that. Had a little, feel like a little hair right there or something, and something like scratchy in the throat. But yeah. Anyway. So we are back. We are back. In today's video, we will be reacting from YouTube content creator Synsei. And the title of the video is "What Secrets Are Left in Wano?" One Piece Chapter 1044 predictions. So I think he dropped this like a couple days, about a week ago or so. So and that's it's not freshly news because I know a lot of people were talking about the chapters, and I know the chapter's out. So this probably just has predictions because it's a little older than when the chapter was released, is what I'm thinking. And so yeah. So it's about these secrets. But before we get into the video, right? Before we get into the video, first let me say, make sure y'all show some love and hit that like button. Also subscribe to your boy, cause I go live like almost every day, right? I go live almost every day. So definitely subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. You will definitely always have some content going on throughout the week, man. I'm telling you guys. Follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, and on Facebook. And if you're looking for a One Piece community to be a part of, we got the Facebook group, One Piece Facebook group, and we also have the One Piece Discord. So yeah, all right. Sorry, y'all. I just got a little like something scratchy right there. But yeah, so about this video, right? About this video. The secrets of Wano. Like, what are these secrets in Wano that we haven't covered yet, right? And I think there's a couple, right? The poneglyph. The poneglyph is one. Maybe some Zoro backstory. I could see somewhat being the mystery. Like, does he have a possible connection with like the Shimotsky clan for one, right? We got Angel's Room in the building. He said, "Yo, what's good, Angel's Room? Welcome to the stream. Just getting started. Uh, so, Angel's Room. What's your thoughts on like these like some secrets of Wano that I guess we haven't really solved yet? Like I'm thinking, Shimotsky clan, right? Like maybe their relationship with Zoro and Ryuma possibly, right? We got it was, remember when we somebody said Wano used to be the land of gold, you know what I'm saying? So I would like to know some more about that, right? Like Wano's history with being the land of gold, like I think Jaya was called the city of gold and Wano was the land of gold, right? So but we didn't, we haven't really seen any gold in Wano, right? So what happened to that? Why isn't it no longer called the land of gold? Or what made it the land of gold, right? I mean, obviously it has something to do with gold, but like how much gold was in Wano? Because even when we look at Odin's flashback, it wasn't like just gold everywhere, right? So where did this I guess this nickname come from, right? Angel's Room said, "I don't know, never thought about them." Yeah, I mean there, there's some mysteries, right? Like how did Wano have a border, right? Was there always a border in Wano? Or was that somehow? You said my mic is kind of low. All right, hold on. Yo. All right, so yeah, let me know if that's better. All right, so Okay, you say yeah. All right. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know. Maybe I be talking low. I don't know. But yeah. So, but anyway, let's get to the video, right? And see what these mysteries are in the video that Synsei is talking about. So let's get into it. Also, the link to this video will be in the description, as well as my Facebook, my Instagram, my my Twitter, all that. But okay, so this video is by Synsei Inc. And the title is "What Secrets Are Left in Wano." So let's hear what Synsei has to say. Nekamamushi.
Look at all right. We're back again. Back like we never left, man. Shout out to my man Brago. Shout out to my man Brago. Back like we never left. The GOAT. You know what I'm saying? We're here today though on the stream. Got the homies with me. Y'all probably saw the video before this, but we're recording it on the same day. But it's funny how editing works, because you're seeing it on 2 different days, but it was the same day. You know what I'm saying? I really control time. I got Toki's fruit. I'm the GOAT. So
this man pulling Inception for real.
I'm different right now. Streamception. We're here today though. We discussed in the last video Luffy's devil fruit, what it could be, things like that, right? Now I want to discuss other things going on in Wano, right? Because there's a lot of discussion about Luffy, because that's the hype thing to talk about, of course. But there are other things in Wano that still need to be fleshed out, addressed. Yep. Okay, so we're going to try to cover those things in this discussion. I don't really know what I'm going to title the video, but I don't really care about views that much on my One Piece channel anymore. So I kind of just make whatever content I want, so I don't care. But we're going to talk about those things. A couple of those things, just refreshers. And of course, we got Sweaty here. I'm saying, so he'll help me and remind me of anything I leave out. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's here for. He's one of the Brainiac guys. I got him. I got Big Edens. You know what I'm saying? My homie Big Eden. Shout out to Edens.
Yeah.
So Zoro Grim Reaper stuff. I want to kind of discuss that a little bit. We discussed it before, but I still want to cover.
Oh yeah, that's definitely a mystery. A lot, like much newer mystery, right? Than maybe some of the other mysteries. But yeah, like what's going on with Zoro, right? Like I personally think he's at the edge of death. Possibly did, right? Like him and Luffy both did. That would kind of make sense. Or at least in some type of purgatory, right? Like maybe not dead, but not alive either, right? Because I don't believe Luffy was alive in the last chapter being 1043. Now, and I know a lot of people watched, you guys read the new chapter, or at least are familiar with the spoilers somehow. And so y'all might already kind of hit what's going on. So I apologize if I'm, talking from, 1043 knowledge and not 1044 knowledge like some of you guys might be on. You guys on another level. But I gotta wait for the official to drop this Sunday. This Sunday. Let's go. But let's see what they got to talk about.
Cover it, man, because like I feel like it's going to be important. It has to be. And I feel like there's now connections with this afterlife stuff that I want to bring up. Zunisha, what is Zunisha's purpose? What is Zunisha doing? She's waiting on Momo for
facts. That's Korra, Zunisha. Her connection with Wano, right? Not even just what she's doing, but her history with Wano. Like who commanded her to the punishment? What was the crime that Zunisha committed? What do you guys think? What crime do you think Zunisha committed, right? And who punished her? Was it like a Kazuki clan member? Was it Joy Boy? Y'all think it was Joy Boy? Was this crime that happened to Zunisha from Joy Boy's era, right? So, but who y'all think punished Zunisha? I know we probably don't know the exact name. I'm not saying give me an exact name. You could say the Koski clan member. You could say Joy Boy or just some other Damio. I don't know. You know, what's your guys' predictions though? But yeah, I definitely want to know more of Zunisha's purpose and the crime Zunisha committed and the punishment. But let's continue.
For a command. So what she got going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? I want to talk about that. I want to talk about what the fuck this plan is that they were talking about, the scabbards. I think it was Kawamatsu maybe that brought it up. I believe yeah, he brought up something Sweaty. Am I wrong? Was it not Kawamatsu?
It was
Kawamatsu?
No, it was Raizo.
Raizo. Sorry, it was Raizo. I knew it was one of them niggas. Raizo, I want to talk about that. What do they got up their sleeve? Where the fuck is Denjiro at? Let's talk. We're gonna talk about that. I feel like that could...
Bro, where is Denjiro though? Come on now. Where is Denjiro? Like for real. I like Denjiro is probably like my favorite scabbard, right? Like I liked his transformation to like how, you know, he pretty much went mad. I wish Oda would have kind of expanded on that, right? Like expanded on maybe like make it more relevant to maybe some of his decisions, or not decisions, but like his personality. Like I don't know, like some long lasting impact that we didn't really see. It seemed like he just kind of flipped sides, came to the alliance, and then he was just Denjiro again, right? Like he went from Kiyoshiro to Denjiro, but we don't really see any like lasting mental problems that he might be dealing with, you know. I mean, that might just be asking for too much, because especially with such a crowded story, right? There's so much going on in this story, so that might just be me asking for too much. But you know, I think it would have been interesting, a nice little touch for his character, right? Just to show like the complexity, like expand on the complexity of the change from Denjiro to Kiyoshiro, you know, and how he still might be battling those two personalities, or you know, those two parts of him. You know, I think that would be interesting personally. But let's continue.
I feel like that could be related to that, because like, bro, where is he at? Where is he at?
He's missing for real.
Like, where is he at? Like Denjiro. How they gonna say you the best swordsman out of the scabbards? Where you been at? Why aren't you helping? Anyways, we're gonna talk about Law a little bit. I want to talk about Law specifically with the voice.
You know what I'm thinking? Why we haven't seen Denjiro for a while? What I think could possibly be going on. Maybe because we know right now we got Orochi and Hiyori. You know, Hiyori pretty much just told Orochi like, yeah, I'm Hiyori Koski. You know, you killed my dad pretty much, right? And we see Orochi, he's buried under this rubble of rock, and I think he has like a sea stone nail in him that's preventing him from transforming, right? But maybe somehow he still gets loose, you know, and is able to transform, and then Hiyori's in trouble. So I could see like Denjiro coming along and pretty much saving Hiyori, right? Like save her, and then he ended up beating Orochi, and then perhaps maybe Hiyori kind of delivers like the finishing blow, or maybe Orochi even kind of gets the advantage over Denjiro, and Hiyori pretty much saves Denjiro and kills Orochi at the same time, right? So either way, I kind of think Hiyori should be the one that kind of get like the blow on Orochi. Either Hiyori or Momonosuke, but Momonosuke seems more busy with, you know, he already seems like his hands is a bit busy. So I think Hiyori would make sense, right? And maybe if Hiyori is the one who kind of put down Orochi, maybe it kind of feeds into the idea that some people believe that Hiyori might be in charge of Wano, and then Momonosuke might go off and sail with the Straw Hat Pirates, right? Like go see the world or whatever. So, I don't know, I don't know just yet, but let's continue.
Comment he made, but also this whole Willie D thing, because he's got like a side plot going on. You remember he went and he's found a poneglyph, but it wasn't the road poneglyph. Yep. And then we seen like a little discussion he had with Robin. I feel like we gotta readdress that. Like, what's going on with that? Like, is Law gonna be the key to the? Did y'all hear how my voice is cracked? The key, the key to the Willie D.
The key.
I want to talk about that too. And I feel like these conversations are good to have because it's break week, so there's not a lot going on this week. So let's make some speculations and talk about some predictions on those things.
Bro, that look hella creepy right there, man. Like, it was a dope moment in the manga for me, like when Zunisha pretty much said like Joy Boy's return. But like right here with color and everything and the red eyes, bro, that look pretty dope.
Relations and talk about some predictions on those things because I feel like that's super important. That's what this will be. This will be just a prediction video. That's what this will be. This is gonna be like a prediction slash.
I can see why Joy Boy thought that like that was his hat melting, right? You know, I could see why somebody would think that that's Luffy's hat that's melting. Or turning or liquefying, right? Not necessarily melting, but like liquefying, because you don't, I mean, I guess if you forget where his hat is, because most people say his hat's on his back, but if you don't, like, if you forgot, right? You just assume that it's on his hat, like on his head, like it is most of the time. You would take that as his hat melting. So I'm not really mad. Angel's Room said, LOL, it's funny to hear things now that spoilers are out. Yeah. And I'm trying to, that's why I'm hoping they're talking about like some other stuff like the, other mysteries. But, we're going to see what they talk about. Let's continue.
Other shit going on video. So let's start with the elephant in the room, literally, the Zunisha.
Yeah. Okay.
Bars. So yeah, what's going on with Zunisha, man? What do y'all think Zunisha's her real objective is going to be? What do you think her purpose is going to be in Wano? What is she here for? Like, I know she's here to help, but what is she going to end up doing?
I think it has something to do with knocking down the border. Like, and I get the aspect that maybe the border shouldn't be brought down, but I think that's Zunisha's ultimate purpose, right? Like, whether she does it or not, that's ultimately going to be for Momonosuke to decide. But I think that's still her purpose, right? Like, I don't know if she has any bigger purpose than simply, knocking down borders, right? Knocking down the borders of Wano, at least, But how do you knock down the borders of Wano? Because the borders of Wano are so like naturally made, and it's kind of like on a mountain, on top of a mountain. So it's like you would literally have to knock down the mountain and risk pretty much destroying the country, right? So I don't know. I don't know how they knock down borders, but I don't know how you want to knock down Wano's borders at that, because they just seem like it's just not a simple thing. It's just simply using force, right? But let's continue.
Well, we do know that Momo did stay behind a little bit in Zou and talked with Zunisha.
Yep.
My idea is that knowing that, they're probably going to be going to war, he's like, we could use some help, and he commanded Zunisha to follow them to Wano.
Okay. But you think so hang on, do you think Momo commanded Zunisha during the Zou arc? Or at the end of the Zou arc?
Yeah, like after the Straw Hats had separated and left for Wano and Whole Cakes, respectively. because he stayed behind with.
I don't think that fit.
Angel's Room said change the current of the sea, slow it down. What are you talking about? You mean that's Zunisha's purpose is to change the current of the sea? Or like by slowing it down, or that's like specify, I guess, what you're referencing, I guess. Well, like what are you talking about? You tell me. Let's continue.
It's because Momo's surprised that Zunisha is here.
That is true.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
Yeah,
if
he
Momo
did.
had asked
Yeah, he had
Zunisha
no
to
idea. He
come,
had no idea.
yeah.
Zunisha had to have come of her own accord.
Yo, also we got almost 500 people in here. This is the biggest.
That's
This is the
crazy.
biggest live
That's
stream that I've.
crazy.
This the
Run
big-
it up.
This is the biggest One Piece live stream I've had on this channel ever. So thank y'all for showing up, man. It really means a lot to me. It just means a lot. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate y'all for being here. Please like the video too. But thank y'all, man.
You said, I'm just saying that a possible way to open the borders is changing the. I mean, I don't like. How does that like? I guess open the borders. Like, how does that open the borders? You know, I don't get how that, because seeing how Wano is pretty much formed, right? Like we got this big mountain, right, and then when you get to the top, you got like it kind of dips in, kind of like a volcano. And then it comes out, and that's the land that's pretty much like hold on. Let me I don't know if any of these are like this might be the best I could find without having to sit there and keep looking or whatever. But you know how kind of it's a mountain, right? You got this mountain, and then these are like the borders, and then you got the water around it, and and that might not be the best map, but that's probably gonna be best one I could find. Like, I don't know how accurate this map is, but we're just kind of using it for now. But like still, if you knock this down, like you knock the mountain down, the top topples, right? It is going to topple. So it's like you gotta somehow knock the mountain down and then bring the land down safely. Now maybe I guess if you somehow drain all the water out, and maybe the land here will kind of like sink to the bottom, and then you could then these would be like some big walls, like a big border of walls. Then you can knock those down, like something like that. Like I don't know. I feel as though there might be better maps than that though. But you said, I'm just saying that's a possible way, or the one up there was good. Yeah, like I don't know how you knock those borders. Like that seemed like something you just don't bring down with force, right? Like you need some, like you need to be able to bring the land down to the normal sea level, right? You need to bring the land down to sea level and then destroy the borders or the walls. That's what I'm thinking at least. But let's continue.
But anyways, back to the Zunisha stuff, right? Someone asked, is Zunisha a she? I don't know. I don't care. I just call her a she. Like I'm just whatever Zunisha is, she, he, they, it, alien. I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. For now, I'm just gonna say she until I get confirmed otherwise.
There was a couple of speculative points towards it being Zunisha being a she. Anyway, it's not like there's a couple of things that suggest that based off things Oda has said before
Yeah.
and pronouns used and things like that. So it's not like it seems more likely, at least, is I think as far as we can go right now.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really
I
care.
like to refer to
Yeah, this I don't know if Zunisha's a boy or a girl or whatever it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too sure with the so I don't really care too much. You know, I might address him by he, but sometimes I might say she as well. You know, but I don't know. I don't know. I personally don't really care. But let's continue. I like how the ship, because I think that's the Bartholomew ship. I think it got Chopper on the back. That's funny. That shit like the Bartholomew pirate ship, man. Let's Angel's Room said, I don't know why, but I always thought when Odin said he once opened Wano border, he meant welcoming people in and not literally destroying the border. Zunisha probably going to have a girl VA voiceover. Yeah, if we ever hear a voice, maybe I could see that being the case. I mean that could be likely. I guess like opening the borders could just simply mean allowing people in. But I think if that was the case, you would say, hey, we need to just let people in. You know what I'm saying? Like opening the borders is a bit specific, and for people to constantly repeat that, it's a bit specific. But yes, you're right though. It could just mean to let people in as well, because in a sense that is kind of opening the borders more in a symbolic sense. I would say it's like it's if I say open the borders, it's like the borders being not letting people in, so it's more of a symbolism thing. So in a symbolic sense, opening the borders could mean to let people in. But I feel as though they would also just say, it would just be easier to say, just let people in, right? Like let people into the country. Rather than specifically having to stress the borders. Which Wano does have borders, you know what I'm saying? Like if the country was easily accessible, I can see that being the case. But for a country that just has these natural borders, right? And the fact that they keep saying opening up the borders, it's a little specific to say for a country that has borders, Angel's Room said, because remember Whitebeard wasn't allowed in the Wano land, I think. Yeah, I remember that, but but I don't even think he was trying to get in a Wano, or was he? Like what? I forgot how Wano ended up getting in there. You said after the image you showed me make me think the borders aren't natural. Yeah, I don't know if they're natural either. Yeah, I don't know if they're natural. Like how do you like Wano has a very unique geography, right? Like you got all this water. Like how does the water cycle back in? I mean, I guess that's rain. Never mind, because it probably rains a lot. Wano feels, kind of like any other lake, right? But yeah, I don't know.
Zunisha as a she because it's like Zoe is the motherland and the motherland is on top of like a female elephant. So I mean, like that just makes more sense to me personally.
I just don't care. I don't care. It's an elephant. I don't.
Yeah,
it's literally an elephant. I don't care. Like I don't care. But
you said, and the fact Odin says he can probably open make me think the borders are unnatural. Yeah, I mean, I think they are unnatural, but maybe there's a way to open them though. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe Zunisha has a technique that it can destroy Wano without destroying Wano, right? Like destroy the actual mountain and everything without actually destroying the whole country.
So Zunisha being here. We discussed this a little bit before about Zunisha possibly being like some sort of do you
Red
think
herring?
yeah, red herring. But do you think that Zunisha's just always been an elephant at this point? Because like I know people had a theory that she's like a devil fruit user or something, or like or do you think that Zunisha has always been an elephant?
Yes, I gotta go with that because Oda even gave us like confirmation that Zunisha is a species of elephant specific to the One Piece world.
That doesn't work though because Rob Lucci is a species of cat. It doesn't work. You know, like I get the logic.
You know what? Like now that I think about it, what if Zunisha is like a country, right? Like actual country that somehow somebody made it, you know, somebody like maybe not Vegapunk, because I would think it happened early. Maybe the scientists in the ancient kingdom, maybe they pretty much infused a devil fruit like a let's say an elephant devil fruit, you know, not like Jack, because Jack is kind of a mammoth, right? Like Jack could be considered a mammoth, but maybe there's an elephant devil fruit and they gave it to like a country, and you know the country is pretty much a devil fruit user, right? But I don't know. I'm just playing along with that. That's not a theory. That's not even something I'm even about to fight. You know. Angel's Room said probably like that because of the Rumble No Me, or there's a devil fruit somewhere. Oh, you're talking about the Wano, right? Like the borders. I mean, when you look at it like this, like you could look at Pika's fruit, and Pika's fruit could control the terrain. So maybe Pika, like somebody who had Pika's devil fruit, you know, maybe they created the borders. I don't know, you know. But that's the type of devil fruit that can actually reform the terrain. So I think if Wano was like a man-made border, maybe somebody had like Pika's devil fruit and they were able to use it at a higher level than Pika. We got Synsei in the building. Shout out to Synsei. He said, "Yo, appreciate you reacting, bro. Much love to you, Synsei. Hey man, I appreciate it. Appreciate the love. With you sliding through the chat, you know." And then Angel's Room said, "That's why I said Earth Devil Fruit." Yeah, okay. Yeah, then the Pika's Devil Fruit. But let's continue.
Logic, I get what you're saying, but we you know, even the gun that got turned into a dog, I forget, you know,
the one that Mr. Four had.
Yeah, I forget that dog.
That's not just a general dog. That's a species of dog as well, and that was a gun first. Like so there's prior there that if you become any kind of species, even if it's by a fruit, you still get the species classification. So I don't think that doesn't necessarily hold up in One Piece. I get the logic, but it just doesn't work.
I see that, but then I also have to think that like so we have like the gun dog. Like the gun dog is around the same size as the gun was. So that would also have to imply how big must the user of Zunisha, if Zunisha's like did eat a devil fruit that was an elephant, how big did the user have to be in order to get to that high?
How about a continent pulling Oni?
Maybe I don't know, because like
how about a continent or like land? Because I mean, again, we've seen inanimate objects. You know, now I mean, it's not like a natural process. Like I don't think a gun could just eat a devil fruit on its own, right? It's something that had to be. It's a process that somebody done to do that, right? So maybe whatever that process was, maybe they put the elephant devil fruit into a country or a mass of land, which probably was like Zoe, right? Zoe is a country, and maybe it was a country before somebody gave it an elephant devil fruit, turning it into the devil fruit or the Zunisha we see, right? because when we look at Zunisha, it looks pretty weak, right? And maybe one reason why it's weak is because a lot of his body is submerged in the water, you know. So it's always, you know, that's pretty much how devil fruit users are affected. You know, it's how much of their body is submerged in the water. So maybe that's why it looks like it's just like, you know, just weak as hell, right? Because it has to walk through this water consistently. But I don't know. That's just an alternate theory, you know. It's an alternate theory.
In the chat said, Ahmed in the chat said, he likes the island fruit theory. I didn't know what that is. That a theory that like the island ate a fruit and became an elephant?
Basically, there's a theory that
That's crazy.
I didn't know that was actual theory. That was just something I was kind of spitballing just now. I didn't know that was actual theory. Angel's Room said, I wonder why Sea Kings don't attack Zunisha's legs. That's an interesting question. I honestly couldn't tell you, man. Like, maybe they do. Who's to say they don't, right? Who's to say they don't? But, you know, maybe they're just too big for them to do like massive damage, so they only just kind of like wear him down a bit. I don't know. That's a good question.
There was an island that ate the fruit and became so that is literally the theory.
That is insane, bro. This an
Honestly,
island eating thing. That's funny.
That would make sense why it's 30 kilometers tall.
Bro,
Yeah,
it could have even happened to like the Boeing
Elizabeth says Zunisha's legs crack me up every time, bro. On God, Elizabeth, bro. The legs, bro. Just imagining,
bro. They are.
The legs, bro. It's so funny, bro. Like so unproportionate, bro. Right? Like,
why isn't her body bigger?
It's just funny, bro. That shit is hilarious, bro. It just reminds me of when like I think it's on human beings. It's like it makes more sense, right? Like that, like I know a lot of women that have like very long legs and like a shorter torso, and no one doesn't care because like long legs, bro. You feel me? Like who cares? Like, but on this elephant, thinking about it on this fucking elephant is hilarious, bro. Because
unless the elephant's a woman, and we know the elephant might be the woman.
Zunisha built like Wilt from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Yeah, we talked about Zunisha a little bit, so let's move on and let's talk about the Scabbers for a little bit, right? Let's talk about this whole thing.
Angel's Room said, we've seen Sea Kings big enough to chop them off in East Blue. Yeah, I don't know why they don't mess with Zunisha's legs, right? Like, I don't know. Maybe there's like some type of deterrent, right? Like maybe, like I couldn't tell you honestly. I really couldn't. I have nothing, you know. I couldn't tell you. That's a good question though, for real. That's not something I've really thought of, so I couldn't even tell you. You got me on that. You definitely got me on that.
With Raizo and Denjiro, is it related to this whatever plan they have? And where the hell is Denjiro? Where has he been? What's going on, bro? Like, I don't know. Do you think that my thought was that Denjiro was gonna pop up with the Orochi stuff?
Same.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
Because of the relationship between them, that did seem like a thing, but clearly that's just going to be Hiyori now.
Yeah, no, because like if he was gonna do that, when Hiyori revealed that like Odin was her father, that's when he should have showed up.
Yeah, fast.
Yeah, that's true.
If he wasn't there for that, he's probably just not gonna be there for it.
What is he doing, bro? Because like the most important thing he's done in this raid so far has got destroyed by Big Mom's attack. He tied Sasuke up, and then Sasuke still got away. So what is he doing? What is he doing?
The most he has really contributed was like faking Hiyori's death. After that, he got like, all right, I've done everything I need to for this story.
I mean, apart from the actual start of the raid, like jumping Kaido and being part of that until they got crushed, then.
I mean, I think he did more than that. I mean, the man he did kind of add to the numbers, right? Like he was kind of rebuilding, you know, low key helping the allies in different ways, and and he had manpower, right? Like when especially the fact that the manpower is already kind of against the allies, so he added to the numbers, right? So I mean that's one thing. He also did stand up against. He was one of the few he was one of the scabbards that stood up against Kaido. So I mean, even though you could say all the scabbards kind of share that as well, but still, yeah, because I don't think he had like a big fight after the whole Kaido situation. I don't believe his story is finished. Pretty much, I don't believe his story is done. I think he's gonna come back and do something. Maybe help Hiyori. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I don't know. But I think there's still more for him. Maybe help Momonosuke, right? One or the other. Angel's Room said Denjiro sacrifice coming soon. Oh, I could bet that Denjiro might be one of the scabbards that don't make it. If there are scabbards that do survive, I don't think he's going to be one of them. I think Ashura Doji might be dead as well. Kinemon 50-50. 50-50 for me. I couldn't tell you. I think he'll be more impactful if Kinemon dies. But I could see Oda not wanting to get rid of Kinemon, right? Have him still serve Momonosuke, right? Because when you look at Kinemon kind of acted as a father figure to Momonosuke in such a tough time, right? So they got a very close relationship. So Kinemon's death would really impact Momonosuke. It seemed like out of all the scabbards, his death would probably impact Momonosuke the most. Denjiro's would probably impact Hiyori's the most. So I could see, if Oda really wanted to make an impact, having Kinemon die though, just for the sake of Momonosuke's character, Angel's Room said, I feel like everyone who was alive for those 20 years is going to die besides Okiku and her brother. I feel as though one of them are going to die. I don't think both of them are going to die. Izu and Okiku. It's just a matter of which one, right? It's just a matter of which one. I think Okiku might survive and Izo might die. And I say that because I don't know. We've seen a good bit of Izo, right? We was introduced to Izo in Marineford. And, people, I've heard theories that Izo was tied to Wano, right? So, and then that, the connection might have been wrong, but the theory in itself was right, that Izo was indeed connected with Wano. And, just like there's a theory that what's his name? The Mad Emperor. He's like part of Blackbeard's crew. He has blue hair and the horns. Somebody say he's related to Kaido, or not related, but he might be like a Oni. Like maybe there's a connection with him and Kaido or something. But that's kind of an old theory as well. Maybe he's like a Oni. Angel's Room said, but no one is going to die probably because Oda said he doesn't like drawing partying scenes when characters die. I mean, it could be a bittersweet ending to Wano, right? It could be like not much of a party. Like even if it could be like, yeah, we liberated this country, but we lost so many people. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I think a arc like this, if it ends with nobody dying, I think a lot of people would be upset, So, but that's just what I think. That's just what I believe. But let's continue.
We haven't seen like nothing of Denjiro since then, like at all. Like it's.
You said Luffy and the crew already agreed to party, so no deaths. bro, they agreed to pretty much share the sake like they normally do. You know, like that's what they agreed to. But even then, they could still people gonna die. I don't think that's gonna be the case. I'm sorry. Like, I think there could be a death in the party, or there's just gonna be death, one or the other. But I think death is going to be, I think, believe me, I think Oda's gonna get a lot of backlash if nobody dies in Wano, and Oda knows that, and I don't think he's gonna have every single person survive. That'd be a whole war, like a whole battle, and nobody dies. Come on now, like, come on, bro, come on. And the normal Shirasaki partying. No, that's not true. The one time I think when they was in East Blue and they all hit their feet on a keg. I mean, they had a party on the ship, but it wasn't like no after arc party. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like one of those where they liberated town and then they party afterwards. That one was just a personal. We're currently on the journey. We got some new crewmates. Let's get some sake. But yeah, let's continue.
That shit's crazy, bro. Like, where are you at? Like, I don't know,
Like,
but
no, like, Denjiro got healed after like who we can only really assume is like just Hiyori. But after Hiyori healed the scabbards, after that and Ashura Doji, we never saw Denjiro again.
yeah.
Can we talk about that for a second? By the way, sorry. Are we all in agreement?
You said One Piece is a kids anime, so I don't really see any backlash, bro. Ace got impaled. Ace got impaled. Kids anime my butt. Even if it is a kids anime, it's not like we never seen death in it. Come on now. Come on, bro. Come on. So you saying nobody gonna die because it's a kids anime after we already had people die? Come on now, bro. Come on. Really, come on, man. I mean, and there's so many other stuff that he does that shouldn't be in kids stuff. Kids animes. So I mean, it's kind of a cop out right there. I must say, there's a bit of cop out.
That was Hiyori, or is that?
I mean,
see, I want to say it's Hiyori because it just seems obvious, but like the theorist in me wants to still think that that was someone else.
I still don't think it might. Yeah, I still don't think it fits.
Right? Like, it makes sense, and it might just be you're overthinking this, but like,
I don't know, man. I think it's probably just Hiyori, but like, I love to call her Hihori.
I think it was Hiyori because you see the bing kind of like when she playing the shamisen. So I don't know. I think it's her.
Hiyori.
Not Hihori, bro. That Hihori is crazy.
like a fucking
Hihori is what he's searching for.
She belongs to the streets.
Yeah, on God, Hihori. You gotta type that in on X videos or put that in on the hub. Hihori. Nah, but I think it's just Hiyori. But for a while there, I thought it was like someone else. Maybe it was Toki or something. Like, I didn't know. I thought it could be like something else for a while. But I think at this point, like, it's just
Toki and Vivi were the two biggest popular ones. So people thought it was either Toki's not dead or Vivi's been jumped there from
Vivi.
How would she have gotten there from Reverie?
Kuma Pausa before he dies.
Oh, yeah. I was like, how would you? Oh, right. That means Kuma would have had to been like on Onigashima at some point.
The reason why it fit for the time was because it was just after all of the Reverie stuff happened, and it was after the whole.
I wonder how Kuma's ability worked, right? Like, how do it like fully work, right? Like, we know he could send you somewhere, right? Like, he could repel. Like, we know where he could repel. But as far as like where he sends you, like, does he send you places randomly? Like, I don't think it's necessarily randomly, but does it have to be a place that he's been? Does it have to be a place where he's been? Does it just have to be an image in his head and he just sends you there, or or is it kind of like Naruto where it's like, how we see Minato, like Naruto's pops, how he throws a blade or he leaves a blade somewhere, he could pretty much transport to that area. Like maybe Kuma has to be at a place, right? Like maybe he has to be at a place and he has to touch it. And if he touches it, he can always send stuff there. Or maybe it's just like a one and done. Like he can only send it there, and then if he wants to do it again, he has to touch that place again. Or is it random? Like I don't think it's random. Like when he saved the Straw Hats, I think, maybe he did that, like send them where he think they needed to be for training or whatever. Like maybe he was thinking like, really like into the future, right? Like, hey, I'm gonna send y'all where I feel as though y'all need to go. Or maybe it was random, right? Maybe it was random. So if it's random, I could just see it like if he touches you, you go somewhere, right? He doesn't know. You just go somewhere and you end up somewhere, Or maybe it's like it has to be a location he's been and then it's still random. Like I don't really know. But I hope we kind of get an explanation of it. I think that'd be dope, but I don't know if it's really something we're ever going to get an explanation to. But I do find that an interesting, explanation of his abilities. Angel's Room said probably will get backlash in the West though. But most likely not in anime Japan. No, I'm saying Japanese kids won't care. Angel Room said, bro, people need to leave Vivi alone, mad. Either were decision 24 years ago or 20 years ago. People, or doesn't he ask people usually? You spend 5 days flying in the air. Someone said that to Luffy. I don't know who though. Yeah, I do remember them saying you was flying like he spent a few days. I vaguely remember what you're talking about, but I'm just more like interested in how like when Kuma sends you somewhere, is it somewhere he does he know where he's sending you or does he not know? And then like does he need like kind of an anchor? Like if I send you somewhere, I gotta send you to an anchor point, like a saved point or something. Like I'm kind of like I want to know about that. That's one thing I'm interested in finding out, but I don't know if we'll ever get an explanation. Let's continue.
Alabasta, where all the people are crying scene. It's after what we assumed to be Cobra's death was all of that, so it kind of fit that it could be Vivi, and everyone knows that Vivi's gonna have to rejoin the crew at some point.
Yep. And
So
the only reason I don't know if it was Kuma that got her out of Reverie is because I'm pretty sure it was stated that Kuma protecting the Straw Hat ship, the Thousand Sunny, while they were gone for the 2 years,
Yep.
was his final wish as a human.
Yes.
After that, his mind was taken over.
But okay, yes, but you got to remember as well though, Vivi technically is a celestial dragon. She has the blood of the 20 families. So if it recognizes the blood or if it recognizes then there's a reason why it might pour Vivi. So that was like I don't necessarily think it is the case. It was just a theory at the time that a lot of people had. And Vivi is the only one that makes sense because we know for a fact that she's not dead. It doesn't make any sense for Vivi to be dead, and we know for a fact that she has to have got away. And I don't particularly think Sabo's the one that got her out.
Here's my idea.
I don't know. I don't think that theory makes sense. I don't know. I mean, I guess Kuma, but I don't think Kuma is helping Vivi at this point. Me personally, I don't believe that. Right? So. But that's odd. I didn't even really know that was a popular theory of that being Vivi, right? Like I think I've seen people say it was Odin. In Toki I heard, but yeah, I don't think that. I never heard the Vivi one. Angel's Room said funny thing is I think the thing is, I think he meant to send Luffy where Sanji was. Sanji was Usopp. Sanji where Usopp was, and Usopp where Luffy was. So you think Kuma meant to send Luffy to Kamibaka Island, Sanji to the little plant lily things, and then Usopp to Gold Kingdom. Usopp would have died immediately. Usopp wouldn't have had. I don't think he would have had the chance that Luffy had getting it. Usopp would have eventually succumbed and probably got killed. So if Kuma was trying to send Usopp there, Kuma was trying to kill Usopp. I don't know if I believe that, man. He was trying to kill Usopp. It had to been messed up. Let's go.
Yeah, real quick, it's not that long of an idea. Is that somehow, some way, because we don't know enough about Reverie for me to go on a tangent about this, but somehow, some way, Sabo and Vivi meet up during the Reverie, and Sabo learns of Vivi's association with the Straw Hats, either by Wapple screaming it out, his loudmouth or whatever.
Oh, we know that her connections with the Straw Hats was revealed at Reverie.
We do.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And Sabo gives her his piece of Luffy's Fever card that he took in Dressrosa, and then Pell and her get the fuck out with his Falcon ability, and they're gone. Following the direction of the Fever card.
You think the will of P got Vivi out of Reverie?
I would hate that so much.
Not
You
the
think the
Will of
will
P.
of-
Not
you
the
think
Will
the
of
Not
P.
the will of. It's like, this is why we kept Pell around.
Not the Will of P, bro.
Adrian comes back. I
Reason.
heard
Let's
we
get
were
let's
right.
get back on conversation. Let's get back on topic
my
here.
bad. I took
No,
us
you're
off
good. No,
topic.
you're
my
good.
bad.
You're good. You're good. It makes for good conversation. I mean, the whole VV Hiyori thing is relevant to what we're talking about. But
Well, I mean, I got something else for Vivi, but like I'll say that later.
We can do. Maybe we talk about Vivi separately.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But so what do we think this plan could be that Razzo got, or that these scabbards have?
You were one of those people knows Pan, we must hurry. The preparations are almost complete.
Yeah, the
Like,
preparations are almost complete. That's what it was. That's what it was.
Yeah,
What
okay,
preparation? What are they preparing?
Okay, so okay, but
Man, this part I must have really like kind of glossed over. You know, like this whole this plan. Like it must be something I really glossed over. I won't even lie. I kind of forgot about the whole this panel when him talking about preparations are almost complete. Or maybe I might have took it differently. I don't really remember. But I never really kind of got any big plan out of it, you know. But it does make sense though. I'm not knocking it. Angel's Room said, or the Ball Kingdom was just a mistake. Luffy going Okama because it's revolutionary territory. Sanjay to Food Island. Usopp the Ball Kingdom to learn out. But Kuma would have to know that the Ball Kingdom doesn't accept men, right? Like I think he would know that or be aware of that to not send like somebody like Usopp there. You know, in Luffy's case, why didn't he just send Luffy to where Robin was, right? So then eventually he could be saved by his dad or something, you know, like, or send him where the, well, I mean, I guess maybe he didn't know of the revolutionary, their actions and their plans at that point, because he's a Shichibukai and half side, like a cyborg at this point. So maybe at that point he probably wouldn't know. But I think Usopp probably would have fared better. Probably where he went, honestly. Let's continue.
So the Viz says differently. So it says, so Jimmy goes, "You there, samurai? Why aren't you running?" And he goes, "You're with Sir Luffy. Huff huff, must hurry. How careless of me. The preparations were already complete."
Oh, will versus were. Okay.
So one of them's future tense, one of them's past. So one of them's suggesting something is about to happen. One of them's suggesting something should have already happened.
the fuck should have happened?
Exactly. So what?
Like
so,
we're on an
Oro-
island
Orochi's-
floating in the sky.
yeah. So what should have happened is, I think, the better question, because the Viz. I know that we shit on Viz, but generally in terms of tensing and phrasing, Viz is actually normally shit hot on that stuff. Like, they normally get the correct tense for the correct sentence structure. Sometimes they pick the wrong adjective and all of that and whatever. But in terms of like tense, Viz is normally very good at that shit. So the fact that they've gone past tense, so I think that, and it's also a more interesting question to me at least. What is Raizo saying should have happened?
Yeah, that's what I'm. I don't know, bro, because like
Uh,
Dang,
I feel like,
we
should've-
don't even know if like
I feel like it's something that's gonna like. I feel like it's something that might have happened, but we won't find out about till later.
yeah.
I mean, could it be what's going on with Luffy? Like, I don't know how they would know that, so I don't think that would be the case. You know, Zunisha possibly. Like, maybe they was aware that Zunisha would show up in Wano. You know, maybe Momonosuke knew, and I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what plan they had or what preparations, Raizo was talking about. We got Madara Uchiha. He said, "Yo, what's good, Madara?" Angel's Room said Luffy going Okama because it's revolutionary territory. I already read that part. You said Usopp is a great liar, Yeah, he is. So, but I don't think I don't know if Kuma was really aware of Usopp. Like, I don't know if what Kuma did. I don't know if he was aware of all the Straw Hats and like their personalities and how they are. So I don't know if there was that much thought put into it. Like, because I'm trying to think how Kuma would really got like an idea of their personalities, and like Sanji being the cook, and to send him to this island, like he would have to know the type of person that Sanji is. So I don't really know if Kuma was really thinking that deep. I do kind of believe that maybe it was random to a degree. Like maybe in some instances he might have, like some of them they might have been thought out, but maybe it was just kind of like, you know what, you like Zoro, you're a swordsman, so I'm gonna send you to Mihawk. Kid, you use you're like a sniper. Maybe I'm gonna send you to some island to be a better like hand-to-hand combatant or something. So I'm gonna send you somewhere where you guys survive. You're good at kicking, so I'm gonna send you to the Kamibaka Kingdom where they're good at martial arts as well. Like, I don't know. Let's continue.
It might be like the fight has now ended. Now let's get into our cleanup.
I don't even think it's that. I think it's something that they planned for and something that they've done already, but it's just not relevant yet. So Oda's not showing us.
I'll tell you what I think it is. I've got a theory. I've got a theory. They planned to evacuate the capital in case something went wrong, and guess what? So when Onigashima drops, it's not going to kill anybody because they already planned to get everybody out of the capital.
Oh, that could be. That would be fucking. Imagine Kaido, his face like. So you're telling me?
I mean, that's actually a great explanation. I won't lie. Like that could be, that would make sense. But it seemed like last time we seen what was going on at the Fire Festival, it was still pretty lively and nobody was trying to stop that, right? So I don't know. I don't know if that's the case. They don't, because it's like, how do you plan for something such as a island pretty much coming crashing down? Like nobody knew that Kaido was going to lift Onigashima and take it to the flower capital. So how do you plan for that? That's something you need foresight on, and you will also need to know that Kaido knows how to lift islands, and that was part of his plan, right? That he was going to bring it to the flower capital, you know, because if they plan for something like to evacuate the flower capital, you know, like what did they have, like what kind of dangers were they thinking was going to come to the flower capital? You know, like before they even raided Onigashima. Like what did they think kind of dangers was going to come to the flower capital to where they had to plan that far in advance to for something such as Onigashima coming to the flower capital, right? Angel's Room said Nami, Chopper, Zoro, and Robin all fit them. Never mind on the Robin part. How would they know about Onigashima floating before the war? Yeah, exactly. That's I agree with you. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, you know, like to have some type of plan of that level, you have to know, or you have to plan and predict something of this level happening. How would you know that something of this level is going to happen, right? But yeah, let's continue. I want to hear him out though. Hear him out.
I mean, I dropped this entire island and
I killed no.
Nobody died.
So
What do you mean nobody died?
So you're telling me that no one's dead right now. Someone's going like they're going to use the Mary thing and they're going to like call into him.
What Kaido?
You're telling me
Kaido,
Law
over?
replaced all the people with the sand on the beach?
Kaido's gonna be like, yes, over. Kaido, sir, so the island crashed. We're doing a body count now. We've completed it. Over. He's gonna be like, okay. How did you get done the body count so quick? You just started. Over. Yes, Kaido, because no one died. Over. like, bro, like, no one died, nigga. Like, there's no one here. Like,
do you know what's gonna happen? Do you know what the ZKK is, by the way? It's at that very moment when Kaido finds that out, Zoro stands back up and says nothing happened.
Hey, yo. Abdel in the chat, yo, Big Abdel in the chat says that's probably what Denjiro's been doing since we haven't seen him. That
That could make sense.
Maybe. But then the question is, how did he get off Onigashima?
I don't know. Helicopters.
So they saying pretty much Denjiro went to go evacuate the flower capital. But yeah, that the question would be is how did he get down, right? How did he get down from Onigashima? You know, he's still human. He can't just jump down there, right? You know, and as far as we know, he doesn't have no devil fruit ability that's going to allow him to fly, or else he would have used it against Kaido. Because I mean, that would have been, you know, that would have been the best time to use devil fruit abilities is when you're fighting a Yonko, right? And you're really trying to take his life, and it's pretty much a life or death type of battle. So, how did he get down? Like, how did he get down from Onigashima if that was indeed Denjiro? You know, so I don't know if Denjiro got off of Onigashima, you know. But, you know, so I don't think that's what he's doing, you know, because then you have to explain how he got down from Onigashima. Cube, we got Cube in the chat. Shout out to Cube, man, bro. Hour in, bro. Come on, where you at, bro? Where you at, Cube? God dang. You talking about Madara? Yeah, that was Madara, right? He was in the chat. I wanted to ask him something about that Shinobi ass whooping, but I don't know if he's still in the chat, man. Madara just came through and disappeared. Angel's Room said, what with people in Zoro killing Kaido? Bro, I don't know, bro. And that's kind of my point with the whole Sanji and Zoro thing, man. A lot of people, like, Zoro's my favorite Straw Hat, right? He's my favorite Straw Hat. But some people be going a little OD with Zoro. Like, like, I don't know why they think Zoro is going to kill Kaido, but I don't know. I guess because he got Enma. I don't know. And the I feel as though the popular belief is if you have Enma, that automatically makes you capable of killing Kaido. I don't know. Q said it's because people who only are in it for the fights. Yeah, that's another reason. Angel's Room said, why would they send their strongest fight down there? I don't know. I don't even know how he would go down there, honestly. If you're talking about Denjiro, I don't know if you're still talking about Denjiro. Cube says some Zoro fans prefer Zoro over Luffy. I mean, that's true. I mean, a lot of people think Zoro could beat anybody. You know, like like I love when people say the best swordsman in One Piece is Zoro, and I'm like, bruh, you know, Mihawk still does hold the title of the world's greatest swordsman in the One Piece universe. Like, you do know that, you know, and Zoro will take it eventually, but as of the moment, he hasn't. You know, and in the words of the late, or I ain't gonna say the late great because the man's still alive, but in the words of the great Ric Flair, to be the man, you gotta beat the man. Woo! Gotta do the my Ric Flair impression. Yeah, so Zoro gotta beat Mihawk before he gets that category, right? Before he gets that title. Cube says BKK Bluff kills Kaido. Why would I kill Lord Kaido, man? That's Lord Kaido. I would never kill Lord Kaido. That's blaspheme. Don't be blaspheming Kaido like that, man. Don't be blaspheming Kaido. The world's strongest creature. And when you say the world's strongest creature, we talking creatures. That means animal and man. See, Whitebeard was the world's strongest human. Kaido was the world's strongest creature. See, animals, humans are creatures as well. So that means Kaido is the strongest animal or human. Bars. Cube says Zoro fans love to disrespect Mihawk. Man, whatever. They don't even matter in the eyes of Mihawk, man. Zoro fans don't even matter. Cause when your Lord and Savior got pawned with a kitchen butter knife, you can't talk. You have no room to talk. Like, Mihawk pulled out Yori for just cause he had an ounce of respect for Zoro. He like, you know what? I like you. You know, I like you. So I'm not going to kill you. Even though I could just end you right now. I could have just end you with my butter knife, with my steak knife. But I ain't going to do that to you. I'm gonna let you live, but I'm gonna give you a scar so you can always remember me by. With the world's greatest blade. And then he did what he did. Bam. The GOAT did what he did. So Zoro fans need to put some respect. They need to put some respect on the GOAT's name. You know, if they ain't putting no respect on their on Mihawk name, their opinions don't even matter, man. Their opinions don't even matter at this point. Q said, fun fact, Mihawk's original nickname was the Clairvoyant. Yeah, y'all keep saying that. Somebody else said that. Like, I don't remember who said that, but yeah. It goes with your idea with a superior observational hockey. CC. And then Q said, Yoru, please respect the Black Blade. Bruh, come on, man. I need to get that, man. I need to get the Yoru Black Blade. One day I might do like a giveaway where I like buy like a Yoru to to give away to you guys one day. But we gotta get the channel to that point though, right? We gotta get the channel to that point to where I could get a euro for a gift, right? For a prize for the channel. One day. But let's continue.
Swords.
Dude.
Helicopter
He,
sword.
he landed head first. All that hair just cushioned his fall.
Bro, that's the secret technique. Like, that's the Ogi.
Motherfucker fell on that pompadour, bro. That motherfucking
Okay.
nigga skydived off. Hey, chill. So
Mini Kaido feet.
okay. Last thing I want to talk about. What's good, Abdo? Last thing I want to talk about in this discussion, this part is I've been seeing people making these correlations to Luffy and Joy Boy, and with this Grim Reaper thing and Zoro, people I've been seeing a little people popping up with this whole Ryuma thing, man. I'm not saying Ryuma's about to be like taking over Zoro or Zoro's resurrecting into Ryuma, but like I'm just saying, do you think that during this whole death fiasco with Zoro, like, what do you think this means for his character, right? Do you think that this is just going to be like a moment of him just defeating death and that's it? Or do you think he's going to learn something through this?
I got two theories. So one of them is literally it's going to be Zoro taking over the King of Hell Emma and actually using the King of Hell, finally getting control of the sword, using it to finally get control of his haki and beating the Grim Reaper by using the King of Hell Emma. The whole Emma thing there. That's one theory. That makes sense because it gives Zoro that final power up without being a power up because it lets him finally get control of Emma, right? Which is something that he still hasn't got even at the end of this fight.
Right?
Yeah, like he just gets like access to Conqueror's haki, like not at like maximum levels, but like he can now use it a bit more freely.
Yeah, exactly. So that's one theory I have because that kind of fits. The other one I have.
I'm thinking, man, what if the Grim Reaper was about to kill Zoro? He wasn't about to kill him, but it just looked like he was about to kill him. But then he stopped and he was like, "Yo," and he was like, "I'm Brooks' brother." So, I mean, of course, that wouldn't make any sense to the story. I just think that would be funny though, like, cause he low key does look like Brooke in a robe, right? Like when you look at the Grim Reaper's face. Oh man, that'd be hilarious. He said, "Isn't the Grim Reaper an angel though, not the King of Hell?" I think the Grim Reaper is just a like Shinigami, so like a death Reaper. I don't think it's necessarily. I mean, it's something you have to look up. I don't know. I just think it's more connected with death. I never really seen the Grim Reaper connected with like heaven or hell, but look like more towards like death or like underworld, right? And a lot of times people kind of associate with like underworld with like maybe hell sometimes, but I just look at him as somebody who's like, just he's death, right? He's just the bringer of death. So every time somebody dies, he shows up and takes their life and then takes them to the underworld, whether that underworld be heaven or hell. I don't know.
We know, okay, we don't know. We all highly speculate that Zoro is a Shimotsuki, right? Mm-hmm. That connection has to come into place somehow. Him finding out during the after party banquet kind of just doesn't seem like Oda's style. And I don't see anything happening after the end of the fight apart from the banquet. And so when is Zoro going to find out he's a Shimotsuki? It maybe Zoro's going to find, maybe Ryuma appears and beats or stops Zoro from dying, and that's how he finds out about his Shimotsuki connection somehow.
I mean, I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. People in the chat say ZKK dead.
Not Zoro going to learn that he's been black all this time and activate his Sharingan.
Yo, chill.
Zoro finds out he's black.
It's gonna be like that one episode of it's gonna be like that one episode of the Chappelle Show. I think it's the first episode of season 1 where It was the white supremacist, but he was
Oh,
he was
he's
black.
blind.
He was really black, but he was blind. And then he found out about it, and it said that he said that he killed his wife because his wife was dating a black man. Yo, that's
Nah, he
man,
didn't.
Zoro.
He didn't kill his wife. I think he just divorced her. Cube said Grim Reaper is the keeper of hell. Brooks' brother called David. I die of laughter. Meant keeper of death. That's what David mean? Keeper of death? Man, I didn't know that. I didn't know David was associated with death. But, it seemed like, because I know it's a biblical name, but, David, you got King David, and he's usually like a good guy, David and Goliath, right? That's the same David,
Finna commit seppuku because he found out he's black.
The only thing that could be the real king of hell.
Yo, no, that's
The only
crazy.
thing I see happening with the Zoro situation is him getting a black blade out of this. Anything else was bullshit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like my theory one is he finally gets control of his haki, uses Emma, the King of Hell. That's what Emma is, and finally gets control of his haki, uses it through the sword properly, beats the King of Hell, beats the Grim Reaper, and gets the Black Blade. That's theory one. Theory two is more, is a bit more speculative, and that's the whole I still feel like his Shimotsuki bloodline has to come up at some point. I'm not saying it has to be a major point, but there has to be acknowledgement of it, right?
My whole idea of this,
Yeah, I agree with that. I think we do gotta get like maybe Zoro isn't a Shimosuke. Maybe Oda is just kind of laying down breadcrumbs for us to believe it, so we could create these grand theories about it. But I mean, bro, like when you look at Ryuma, if y'all see like I think the short the One Piece short Monsters, I think that's what it is, Monsters, and it's the story of Ryuma when he pretty much killed a dragon. Bro, that's Zoro right there, man. They're like twins. He just has black hair. He's Zoro with black hair, right? Zoro with longer black hair, because I think his hair was also longer too, because I think he kept it in like a top knot. But yeah, looks just like Zoro, right? And then we got like all these connections with Zoro and the Shimosuke, because you got his master Koshiro, right? He was, I guess, he was probably possibly from Wano, right? So that'd be interesting to add a link with Koshiro being from Wano as well, in the village you had Kozaburo who lived in that village. The one who, that old guy who Zoro talked to, who's also the guy who made Enma and the Wado Ichimonji. Correct me if I'm wrong. He did make those too, right? He's like the person. He's the swordsmith that made those. So yeah, like. I think it's just too much stuff for there not to be some type of connection, right? It's just too much clues for it not to have some type of payoff, right? I mean, yeah, Oda could go the route where it's just like he was just leading us to believe there's a connection and made it obvious but still wrong. But I think there has to be a connection. I think this arc is probably going to be the end of that window, right? To give Zoro anything as far as family or anything. Cube said David for the will of D. The will of David. It has no correlation with death, just being silly. I got you, man. I got you. I mean, the will of David, though, that might, it sounds like it could mean something, though. I don't know what, because, we look at One Piece and it has a lot of biblical references. You got the Adam tree, the Eve tree, so maybe there was a David, right? Maybe there was a David in I don't know. You know, let's continue.
Is literally, this is just symbolically, like, Zoro is gonna have a battle with death, symbolically showing that he is fighting for his life, literally and figuratively. And
I get it.
Because if we're gonna say that he's gonna get any form of power up for something that's happening in his head other than a simple hockey boost,
But that's what it would be.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
and
I think
Like,
we
I'm
saw
talking
more of
something
Zoro's
simple.
perspective.
It's gonna be something small, you know. Because if it's in his head, come on. I mean, there's not really any basis for.
no, but you know,
Yeah.
a hockey bloom comes under stress conditions, right? Name me
Mhm.
something more stressful than fighting for your life.
When you don't feel your phone in your pocket.
Dealing with the in-laws.
All right.
Yeah,
Clearly, you two have
alright,
got priors. I ain't getting involved in your personal lives for real. Crimson, if we need to talk, you know, if you want to talk privately about your in-laws afterwards, maybe let's not do that on stream. But you know,
Bro, I got you. Anyway.
but yeah, I get what you're saying, Fire Dog. It makes sense.
No,
but
what's actually gonna happen? He's gonna open his left eye from now on after
I
this.
fucking hate that theory.
Yeah,
His left
I-
eye is gone. People, get over it.
He's gonna open it and it's just gonna blood.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really like that idea because then, to me, it's just like, bro, if Zoro opens his left eye and has some special eye, to me it would be on some like now they're trying to go Naruto mode where you could just get new eyes, right? Like you could just gain new eyes, like I mean, like I ain't gonna lie, I might mark out a little bit if this whole time he's just been like training to have like a Mihawk eye. Like let's say Zoro's eye really isn't missing, right? Let's say he just kind of sealed it. Like maybe it's not even like shut or injured or anything. He just keeps it. He keeps it closed because it's kind of a like let's say he just keeps it closed because it's a ritual, right? Where you gotta have your eye closed for so long, and then you gotta like focus a bunch of hockey right there. Like you gotta focus your observation hockey, and that's why like maybe Zoro doesn't use his like in the middle of a fight. He doesn't like use his observation hockey to the best because he's still focusing some of it in his eye, and you know that's how you gain the Mihawk eye, right? And maybe the scar is just an injury, right? But if like I just kind of hope that it's just he lost his eye, right? I hope it ain't nothing, you know, like if he gets the Mihawk eye in his other eye, cool, you know, if it's possible to get the Mihawk eye, because that could be a bloodline thing, something you're born with, you know. I kind of like that idea about the eyes versus you being able to gain new eyes like it's a Sharingan or something. I don't know if I really like that idea. I don't think I do. Angel Room says Zoro opens his right eye and there's nothing, but Zoro's observation was trash from what we had seen in Dressrosa, which is why I said maybe that's partially why he can't use his observation hockey to its maximum, because if let's say you had observation hockey and you concentrated like 50% of it in one eye, that means the other 50 you can only use 50% of it in the middle of a fight because you're focusing, you know, it's like you're handicapping yourself, you know what I'm saying? So if you handicap yourself, it would be trash, you know. But again, you know, ultimately I just think Zoro's missing an eye. Ultimately, I think, you know, or maybe he's not missing it, but he's blind in it, you know, because he got like cut and now he's like can't even use it, you know, or he's missing one or the other. Either way, I think the eye is useless, and this idea that Zoro got a Sharingan or something, like a One Piece version of a Sharingan would be, I don't know. I don't really like that, you know. it just seemed like it might be copying Naruto a little bit. Angel's Room said, I could see people being able to gain those eyes. It could be. It could, again, like I said, it could be an awakening type thing. You know, maybe Mihawk, seeing that he's such a spiritual, or he seems spiritual in multiple ways. Like he's spiritual as a, like he seemed like he has a lot of religious themes, but also being a swordsman, you gotta have a level of discipline, and which like when you have like a certain type of martial arts that you live, it's almost a spirituality as well, right? Like you meditate, like we see Zoro meditate, he trains, he meditates, he's one with his sword. Same with Mihawk, probably. I could see Mihawk being something like that. And he's been doing it so long, he's probably awakened it at a young age. He might have been like a prodigy as well. He might have been a prodigy. Angel's Room said the only thing we've seen to do with those eyes in Conqueror's Hockey. So I personally don't think those eyes have something to do with observation. Yeah, we talked about that before. Let's continue.
It's just gonna be blood pouring out.
Sin, can you not? You gotta back me up on this, right? Do you not hate the whole left eye theory for real?
I hate it.
Wait, what
The
is
Zoro
Zoro's left eye, when he opens it, all of a sudden he's gonna get some major power boost and hacking.
Oh, that's
control.
garbage.
I hate that theory.
Why wouldn't they use it during King's fight if even that was the theory?
Isn't the basis on like the left eye something about like Kenshin? Like Oda told the author of Kenshin something about Zoro's left eye.
Mm-hmm.
There's a rumor that he said the reason why it was closed, like, but this was before he said that this was before the time skip. So before the time skip, talking about
I'm talking after
time skip. Yeah. He was talking with the author of Kenshin about something he changed post time skip, and he mentioned that something he had to do with an eye.
Okay, I just heard something about.
It looks cool, literally.
Okay, no. I just heard there was some quote about him telling the author of Kenshin that he'll have to find out why he did that, implying that something's going on with the eye.
I'm pretty sure it was actually the opposite. The author, so Kenshin's dude, asked what was up with Zoro's eye, and he was like, nothing really. Like he didn't imply anything at all.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I don't. If he opens that eye and a fucking Sharingan appears, I'm throwing my computer on it for it.
Let's make it happen.
Let's go. He's gonna have Mihawk
Let's
eye.
not make it happen. Please don't.
It's gonna be EMS.
Bro, if the Renegon is in the eye, then I'm punching through the screen for real.
Okay, but like, what if he opens his eye and it looks like Mihawk's eye? Like,
That would
it's
be
still
garbage.
awful. It was.
That would be garbage because we've seen some of the best users of Kenbunchi hacking, of observation hacking now. I'm sorry, how broken is fucking Kaido's observation hacking? And he hasn't got crazy eyes. Like, he just doesn't fit.
I think it could be lineage factor how they get them.
What that you mean? Mihawk's eyes?
Yeah,
I think Oda just
Inu's
wanted to design
Zunisha's
people
eyes.
with
No, I think Mihawk's eyes are the way that they are because he literally based him. His name is Mihawk. He gave him a Hawkeye. His nickname is Hawkeye, so he gave him Hawkeyes.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But there's other characters who have the same type of eyes.
no,
Yeah, like-
no, not the same though. Nobody else is the same eye as Mihawk. Some other
No,
characters.
Emu and Mihawk have the same eyes.
Bro,
They
Amy
have the
doesn't
same
I just
pupils.
hope-
They don't have the
I just
same eye
hope
shape.
that it's not any.
Well,
of that.
obviously they're not gonna have the same eye
I
shape.
don't
It's
want
gonna be
any type
different.
of that eye power up shit, bro. Please, no, bro.
No, there's literally
Ah,
there can't be
bro.
any
The
eye
only
power.
thing is I think it's just some sort of bloodline passed down.
So you think Mihawk's related to Emu?
Yeah.
No, I just think he has
if
designed
Emu
them.
had even a single child 800 years ago, you know how many offspring his children's children or her
Oh,
children's children.
I know
You
how
gotta think.
Genghis Khan works. Don't worry about that. Like,
All
we
right,
not
man.
have,
I'm gonna say for now, I'm more so thinking it's just design.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a design thing. I think there's more to it, right? I think it's going to. I don't think it's like a power up to where it's going to give you like some ridiculous, like some crazy ability where you can like teleport. But I think like it does. You know, there has to be something with either observation hockey or conquerors hockey, and that's not even just because the eyes. It's because like when you look at hawks and eagles, they have the most impressive visual prowess in the animal kingdom. You know, and then you could connect and relate visual prowess with hockey. You know what I'm saying? You know, now I connected with observation hockey. You know, somebody else connected with Conquerors, which they made a great point, and I'm not against that, but I'm saying I originally connected with observation because I look at like you know, but somebody I think what Best Generation kind of made a great point though when he connected said Conquerors has more to do with it, but so I think just the fact that you could look at eagles, like if you want to relate Mihawk to like the bird of an eagle, you would give him a level of observation or visual prowess, right? Now maybe he does have normal visual, like maybe it does give him a boost in just normal visual prowess as well, which is a very uh useful ability in battle. I'm gonna finish the rest of this and then we can talk a little more about this and then I'm gonna wrap it up.
Fine, but who knows, bro? I'm not saying there's not a connection there. It could be, but the Zoro eye thing, please no. God, please just leave his eye sealed, and I don't want that. We're gonna end the discussion there. Thank y'all for watching the video, man.
Oh shoot, I did not mean to press that. Let me go back though so I could give your boy Synsei a like. Make sure y'all hit his video up, right? Show him some love. Yeah, so yeah, about the Mihawk thing, man. I think I think it does give him like I think it boosts his actual like normal visual prowess like in the middle of a fight. I think it's even been shown, right? Like when we see Marineford, the Mihawk was able to he almost was able to zoom in to Luffy across the battle, right? Like he seen Luffy like real far and he was like, oh Shanks, I'm about to test out your pupil or whatever Mihawk said. I can't really remember exactly. But I also think that, he might have a level of an awakening level of hockey right now, whether it's Conquerors hockey or observation hockey. I don't know. Maybe a level that like normal people don't have. I think that I'd completely disagree with them about the whole eye abilities. I think, it would be unique to have a character who has a unique set of eyes and it grants him like maybe a unique he gets like a like let's say if it opens a different category of hockey, right? Like it opens up a specialized version of hockey where it's kind of like the other hockey's kind of mixed up in one. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just kind of spitballing here right now, but I think that would be pretty dope. And I'm not saying have him man like creating planet or meteorites or nothing or bringing people back from the dead like it's the Renegon or something. I'm not saying it should be something of that level, but I think if you give him some awakening of hockey that average people don't really have access to, I think that'd be a dope way to go, right? And then maybe Eam, it would make sense for somebody like Eam, Angel Room said, or he just chose not to use. I kind of forgot where he was going with that. Cube said, for me, it's linked to death. Maybe you need to really challenge death. Are you guys talking about the eyes, or are you guys talking about the situation with Zoro about the whole death thing? And then he said, Cube says, the issue is that Cavendish has the same eyes. He has the same eyes. Let me look up Cavendish real quick. Kevin. Sorry guys, I'm looking up Cavendish. I don't really see Cavendish eyes looking like Mihawk. Yeah, Cavendish. What you mean Cavendish got the same eyes? I don't see. I don't see what you're talking about, Q. When it comes to Cavendish's eyes, he look like he got normal people eyes, and when he's Hakuba, his eyes go white. You know. Angel's Room said, wasn't someone saying thing about Cavendish being controlled by Emu? Oh, I haven't heard that one, but that's interesting right there. You know, that'd be interesting. Emu possesses Cavendish, or he's like a puppet, right? That'd be wild. And then he says, funny how Emu seems to also be a swordsman like Mihawk. Where was that established that he was a swordsman? Cause he got the eyes. I don't think those are swordsman eyes. Like, I don't mean having those. I don't think having those eyes mean you're a swordsman. It could just be a bloodline thing. Cube said yes, he's got the same pattern in his eyes. When his personality changed, when his alter ego, bro, I just look. Oh, like, okay, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, it was half and half, but normally he doesn't have those eyes. It was just like that moment he had them. Like even as Hakuba, when he's Hakuba, his eyes are just white. You know, I'm looking at images. It was like that specific moment where he had those eyes like Mihawk. Like one was orange and the other was blue. But I don't know if it wasn't like something that he always has though. Like I looked up other pictures of Cavendish and he has normal eyes usually, and then there's pictures of Hakuba and his eyes are white, just all white, right? Like he don't have no pupils. And I think that might have been more of an emotion thing. Like that specific instance, I think was more of a emotion thing to kind of showcase the struggle of power between the two characters. He said, yeah, he got the same pattern on his eyes when his personality changed, when his alter ego takes over. When she was shown for the first time, she had a sword behind her. Oh, okay. Those eyes are the reasons why I think Emu controls them. Okay, that's what you're saying. So you're saying those, like, I don't know. I still don't think so. I think that was just kind of the showcase the struggle between the two personalities fighting. But I kind of like the idea though. Yeah, I know what you was talking about, Q. You had to share it. But yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking about when he was struggling. I don't know why you sent it. I already seen that picture. I already told you I seen the picture when he was struggling when both personalities was. But yeah, I don't see. I was already looking at it in the phone. I don't know if you see it, but you see right there. I was already looking at it. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't know if that's the case cuz that only happened like when he's hot like I said, when he's fully Cavendish, when he's normal, his eyes aren't like that. And when he's fully Hakuba, his eyes aren't like that. It was in that specific instance when he was fighting for control of when one half was Hakuba and the other half was Cavendish. That was the only time his eyes was like that. That's what I'm saying. So I don't think it's it's not a prominent thing in his character. It was just that specific instance. But it would be interesting though if Emu is indeed controlling Cavendish, but like what is the goal, right? What is the goal of having Cavendish, right? Like, you know, is he like a personal hitman like that Emu uses like brings out to use? I mean, it's an interesting theory though. Cube said my internet is lagging. There are skips. Didn't see that part where. Oh, it's all good. Angel's Room said, and all those swords next to the chair. Yeah, those swords that's next to the chair of Eam, those are more like. Those were explained. Those aren't his swords. Those were explained. Like the rulers of kingdoms come and take their swords and pretty much stick it upon the throne and the throne that nobody is supposed to sit in to pretty much prove their alliance to the world government and that there is no king of the world. Like it was kind of explained. That's why Eam's whole existence was pretty much a contradiction of the throne room, the symbolism of the throne room. But I'll have to check out the sword you was talking about in the first instance we see Eam, because I don't remember. Like I had to see what you mean. But yeah, so he says the best G video I think you should watch. Well, again, like I tell y'all, bro, I tell y'all, if y'all want me to react to something, send it in the Discord. I'll react. Like I've been looking at the Discord and like y'all ain't been, I ain't been seeing that. So I've been having to I've been finding stuff to react to, right? Like y'all, you send it in the Discord, bro. But anyway, y'all, that's all I really have for the video today. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of the video, right? Y'all let me know in the comments your thoughts on the video, if you agree with anything I said or disagree, or if you agree with anything they said in the video, right? Any of the theories. I would probably, if y'all want me to respond to what you're talking about, please maybe put a timestamp, right, of what you're talking about so I'm aware, so I know what you're talking about and I can respond to you, right? Because sometimes y'all come and ask questions about something that was said, but I'm not sure what y'all talking about. Because it's like I said a lot of stuff, right? I said a lot of stuff through the video. A lot of stuff was said in the video, so, definitely put like timestamps in there. And she, the Cavendish being controlled, and she used the sword to cut Luffy, Shirahoshi, Blackbeard picture. Yeah. All right. Okay. Again, like I said, send me the video. Anyway, y'all, it was a cool stream, man. Cool stream. I think there's a lot of other mysteries that could have been touched on among their discussion, but it is what it is. Those are more like in your face. Like a lot of stuff they talked about was more like mysteries that were like in your face, that are in your face. So yeah, I think there's some other subplots that possibly could have been touched on, but it's it is what it is. It is what it is. I know I said something like I said yesterday. I know I said I'm gonna be doing a podcast. I'm gonna start a podcast thing. I was gonna start it this Saturday, but I probably won't, or I won't be starting this Saturday. I kind of want to I really want to make this a thing, right? I really want to treat it like a podcast. I really want to make it, I want to get some logo for it and everything. Before I really go hard on this. So I'm not going to do it this Saturday. Instead, tomorrow I'm gonna probably do a reaction stream, or I'm gonna just do something tomorrow. I might not do it. I might do something a little different tomorrow. Maybe talk about topics. Maybe, I don't know, but we'll be streaming tomorrow, and yeah, the podcast is just gonna be put on hold. I want to make sure I have a solid format for it. Maybe some graphic work. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely something that I also want to. I'm gonna keep live streaming, but I also might want to put it on like a podcast type platform, maybe like Spotify or something. So you guys could just listen to it whenever we're at work. You don't really have to worry about the visuals. Even though there will be visuals as well on the live stream, but it's not going to be a reaction stream, so it's not like a visual dependent thing, right? But yeah, so that's going to be in the future, right? Maybe after I move, right? After I move in June, that might be a thing a little further down the line. After I move in June. But yeah, so it's been a good thing. Make sure y'all like the stream, Also subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Also, if you're looking for a One Piece community to be a part of, we have the One Piece Discord and the One Piece Facebook group. All of these will be linked in the description box below, as well as the video we just reacted to. Let's see. It's Angel's Room says I sent it to you. Yeah, I did hear a notification. He said, talk to you later. Great stream. Appreciate it, guys. Shout out to Angel's Room. Shout out to Cube. Shout out to Madara Uchiha for stopping through. Shout out to Synsei as well. He did come through the chat, man. Shout out to Synsei. Go to his channel. Show him some love. And yeah, I think that's it for today. I think that was it. So yeah. Anyway, y'all have a good night. It's your boy Sean P, the Bluff Guard. I'm out of here. See you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a good Thursday. Peace.